Now, years ago, I was told that any good speaker, if you're going to talk about something, you need to leave the audience with a few ideas. Later on, let me give you some of the qualities that I've seen in transformative leaders and tell you why it is my hope that the young people in the audience will grab hold of that, and even some of the leaders who are already in the midst of leading will think twice about what I had to say. I don't offer any of these suggestions that I'm going to give as absolutes. They are not the only qualities of transformative leaders. But somehow they always seem to be present among the transformative leaders. I have found them to be effective, even in my own career, as I've sought to become an effective leader. I'll also add that I've been witness to the organizational train wrecks that I've seen that have occurred when these qualities were not present. Now, for the sake of clarity, for those of you who may be saying, I don't know if I'm a leader or not, Lin, are you really talking to me? And I don't really want to be a leader. Let me say something to you. In my over 50 years of being involved in leadership, I found that a number of us actually are in leadership positions when we don't think we are. I'll explain that to you. There's a question that I always ask whenever I was moved to a new organization and I wanted to know who the leaders were. This is what I want you to think about if you don't think you're a leader. Because I've always had a much broader definition of leadership. It's always worked for me. Whenever I was faced with that question of who are the leaders in this organization, where can I find the leaders? And it wasn't always about title, perks, power, corner office. For me, it always boiled down to this question: who are the leaders? My little inquisitive mind. For those who weren't sure, let me offer you this. If the success of your organization or the well-being of the people in it depends upon the quality of your decision-making, that makes you a leader. Little mistakes made way down there in the engine room have been known to sink ships. So let me just begin, for those who may be interested, and those who are not, just kind of bear with me here. I feel like I want the young people especially to focus on what I'm going to say, and those others who may have leadership responsibility. We're talking about not just leaders, but transformative leaders, people who can be a catalyst for change, who can literally lift up things and make them better. The first quality I would offer you as those who are transformative leaders, transformative leaders never confuse their title with the real purpose of their work. Let me say that again. Transformative leaders never confuse their title with the real purpose of their work. The job of the president is not simply to preside over people. The job of the director is not simply to direct people. The job of the supervisor is not simply to supervise people. The real purpose of their work is to enable the individuals to contribute to the whole. The real purpose is to make sure that their people are enabled to do their best work and that they can help produce the most efficient organization possible. That's what transformation is. The second quality I would offer you is this one. Transformative leaders seek to understand. They really do. They got the ear to the wall. They want to ask you questions. They want to know what's going on. They want to be involved. But there's another quality that you'll find in transformative leaders. They seek to understand, but they also seek to be understood. What I mean by that is that a quote from George Bernard Shaw will give you a little bit more of what my thought process is here. The single biggest problem with communications is the illusion that it has taken place. I've seen many times where I've left a meeting and I've seen nothing but blank faces, and I'm walking out thinking, did I just get across my message or what? Transformative leaders understand that, the importance of it. I guess the bottom line in that is to make sure you follow up as a transformative leader to make sure you've been understood. You ask questions. People used to say to me, well, that Lin Hart, he just never gives up, because I would say, have I been clear? Did I make myself clear? Do you understand? Is there more I can say about that? Rather than just saying it and leave it. Because many times, you need to make certain as a transformative leader that the message you conveyed is the message they receive. So transformative leaders seek to understand, but they also seek to be understood. Now, a little levity here. The best example I can give you of what I mean by someone not taking responsibility for their communication is something I heard last fall. One of my homeboys, a guy from St. Louis, okay, Mississippi, and I heard him tell the story. And I do a little voice transition here, so again, forgive me, it makes it work for me. He's telling a story about his cousin. His cousin goes downtown, down south, down where we are. He goes to visit his family. And so he's looking for the gas station. So he pulls over and sees this guy. He pulls over, hey, buddy, come here. I'm looking for gas. I just got into town working on finding a gas station. And so the guy looked and said, with a kind of like staccato tone, with a little edginess to him, he said, where are you from, man? Where are you from? You from down here? And he said, no, I'm not from here. He said, well, what you want? Okay, can I help you? What can I do for you? He said, well, I'm looking for a gas station. Oh, well, look here, you want to find a gas station. What you do? Go around the corner down here. You get on there. You see right here where that building is right there? You're going up there. You make a left turn. You get that left turn, you see a big tree up there. And you see that tree? You're going down a little bit further, and down there is red light. You see the red, when you get the red light, you make a left-hand turn, and there you're going to find the gas station. That's where your gas is going to be, right there. The guy said, well, okay. What did they call you? He asked me, he said, what did they call you? He said, all my friend, they call me Abomination. He said, Abomination, that's an odd name. He said, no, all my friends, they all call me Abomination. Call me Abomination. So he drove on, and the next day he was standing on the corner there talking to his cousin. And old Abomination walked by, and he said, what's up, Abomination? And so his cousin was standing there. He said, what'd you call him? He said, he told me that all his friends called him Abomination, so it was Abomination. His cousin said, man, that guy's name is CJ. What he was saying is, all my friends call me by my initials. So, that's a great example of someone not taking responsibility for their communications. Now, had he done that, had CJ done that, we wouldn't have had this train wreck. But that is an example of what I'm talking about. Transformative leaders, they know that they have to take responsibility for their communications. The third quality that I would give you of transformative leaders, they know the difference between power and authority. They know how to use both. They know the difference. Power comes with a job. They promote you to their supervisors, the librarians, supervisors of the plumbers, whatever it is. And they could make you president of something too. They could make you president of something. And you know that with a job comes power. It comes with a job. You can make people's lives miserable. You got that office, you got the perks, you got everything that's there. But there's something else that doesn't come with that job, and a lot of leaders miss this one. Power is one thing, authority is another one. You see, power comes with a job, but authority comes to you from the people you lead. And if you haven't done right by them, they're not going to follow you. You might think so. You have to do things in a way that people feel like you're concerned about them. You're going to have to show them that where you're leading them to, that vision, is a place that's safe and feel like they want to go to. Now, what I found out in doing this was that if you do it right, they'll run through buildings for you.